Okay, entering the final round of the Six Nations, Italy and France kick off the weekend in Rome. I'm going with an Italian win. Even though Italy have lost all four games, we'll take the England game out of it. The other games, they were very, very, very competitive. Ireland, they should and could have won. Missed kicks cost them there. Wales, really frustrating. The Welsh really pushed them for the full 80 minutes. Scotland, first round of the tournament. The last 15 minutes, they were superb. The first half of the game, not great. They allowed the Scots to get dominance with their running game, but they did put up some fight and they weren't giving up and they were chasing that bonus point. England game, God knows what happened there. England's just stopped them getting the ball. I think England's ball retention was one of the reasons why they were able to win by such a scoreline. But Italy have never beaten England. It's a mental thing, I think, there. But even so, they showed more in attack than the French did against England. They scored more tries than the French did against England. And they were willing to keep going until the final whistle against England. The French gave up against England. So we're looking at that. The Italians have shown everything in all the games they've played. They showed as a group, even in adversity, they are united. They're positive. They go into every game playing 110%. And when they do have ball in hand, look at the tries they have scored. The tries they have scored have come down from really well-worked backline moves, really good structured attack. They are showing in attack a lot more than they did 15 years ago. So there are some real positives there that are being overlooked especially by the England defeat. On the French side of things, good God, they might have got a win against Scotland, but Scotland have also been very poor this tournament and underwhelmed. But Jesus Christ, this French side is all over the place. Their away form is non-existent. They are in a real bad way. There is no direction. There is no structure. There is no leadership. I don't understand where this French side is going. It's a calamitous mix of poor selection, inconsistent selection, players not performing. There are players left out of this French side that, for me, should be in it. There's issues with the fly half position. There's issues with the scrum half position. There's issues with the outside backs playing in the wrong positions. There's issues with fitness, discipline. They've had a yellow card again against Ireland, so that's a lot. I think they've had the most yellow cards in the tournament. There is no hiding from that fact. Their fitness after 50, 60 minutes disappears. The players that are selected aren't good enough. It's a group of individuals, because there are some very talented players like Gaël Fickou who play for this French side. They are a team of 15 individual starters and 8 players off the bench. There's no team unity. There's no organised attack. There's no organised defence. I'm going with an Italian win. I think the Italians are going to be motivated to get something out of this tournament. The French have been that bad that they are ripe for the picking. And while they can't finish bottom because of the bonus points rule, yeah, that is a thing in the last couple of years. In previous years, if Italy won by enough points, France would be bottom for points for and against. The French defence is not good enough. It's not a dominant defence. It's just one-up tackling. There's one or two players that regularly put a shift in. Mathieu Bastareaud, I think, has been their best player for the second year in a row. Much maligned, but he's really having to lead this rabble around the field as a leader. Girardeau is captain, but Girardeau and Bastareaud cannot be the only leadership core that this team has, because there's no one else putting a hand up to lead and to guide these young players through these difficult times. So I'm going for an Italian win, but my predictions have always been wrong. I think the French are that bad. The Italians are showing some green shoots coming through, but the French are just showing decay, chaos, mayhem, and I don't know where France go, because going into the World Cup, this French team are so off the boil, so poor. I've never seen a French team in this state before. I've seen bad French teams in the last decade, but this has got to be possibly the worst French team that has ever taken the field. In their direction, their tactics. The young players have been given a lot of responsibility, and they're doing it under a lot of pressure because they're on back football. So I'm going for an Italian win. I think it's going to be a scrappy game. It's not going to be a classic, but the effort will be there from the Italians, I have no doubt. It's the French. What French team is going to turn up? Are they going to be motivated to get a second win and win well, or are they just going to let's get this tournament done, let's get out of here, let's just be done with this? Because going into the World Cup, this French side looks all over the place. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts below. Please like and subscribe. And I'll have the other two previews following very shortly.